Adding another classic encounter with John Cena is always the right call, and answering that U.S. Open challenge is something I know I would have done if I was around for it. I also know exactly what my plan would have been at the start of 2016. Now, as you may recall, it was at the Royal Rumble that year where AJ Styles finally made his WWE debut.
The phenomenal one is here! AJ Styles!
It's one of those moments where it felt like time stood still. Everyone trying to come to grips with the fact that, yes, AJ Styles is now in WWE. His arrival opened the door for a litany of dream matches. And in that time, he's made many of them happen, battling top names brave enough to step up to him. And you better believe that if I was here, I would have walked to the ring that very first Raw after the Royal Rumble, and I would have set down the challenge. CM Punk, AJ Styles, WrestleMania 32. AJ and I have traveled many of the same roads in our respective careers, but unfortunately, they never led us to having a proper one-on-one matchup in WWE. I respect AJ. He's another wrestler that made his name his way.
Since 1998, this man has competed all over the world.
I've earned the right to be here in the WWE.
Getting the chance to be his first WrestleMania opponent, it's too good to pass up. As usual, it's up to you. Do you want to prove to be the best, or is being phenomenal more to your speed? They don't want none? Oh, believe me, I want it all.
CM Punk, the best in the world, ready to prove that he truly is the best. Moments away from facing off against the phenomenal AJ Styles on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. And the time has come to finally answer the question of just who really is the best in the world. The phenomenal AJ Styles, the Second City Saint CM Punk, face-to-face in a WWE ring on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania.
Styles and Punk have traveled up and down the same roads, wrestled in the same high school gyms and armories, competed internationally, and honed their crafts to the point where they can both be called the best. But tonight, all roads have led them to this one, where only one of these men can be called the winner. I've been very fortunate to have faced off with both of these men earlier in their careers. I've spent time with each of them outside of the ring, and I can tell you that they both have a chip on their shoulder tonight. They're excited to be competing against one another for sure, but both men believe they should be in the main event of this show every year.
Given the immense in-ring talent, I can fully believe it, and I fully expect both men to earn a main event spot from the sky.
Wow, cross body! And CM Punk's maintaining the advantage now.
And at this pace, Punk's not going to let Styles get...
From the heavens!
Oh, flattening the opposition. Fortune favors the bold. These risks could be a winning strategy. Blast off!
Oh, my. Just putting their body in danger time and time again. Neither one of these men are going to hold back in this one, are they?
Absolutely not. And boom!
Good Lord, taking flight.
However much you think that hurt.
Triangle armbar, submission hold in. Battling against the hold. Looking for a counter, and just like that, he manages to break the hold.
What's Styles got in mind here?
Neck breaker. Big night for AJ Styles, making his WrestleMania debut. Punk has been here quite a few times. We've seen Punk fight fair at WrestleMania, but just as often we'll see him cut corners.
Indeed, in the past we've seen Punk call in reinforcements.
Look at this! Crashing to the floor.
This is why we call it high risk. A mistake will cost you big time.
Oh, look at this. Float over neck breaker. sure. Triangle armbar, submission hold in. And he's releasing the hold. I guess he might have something else in mind here. Thrown out of ringside and back to the mat.
From the top rope. Flying elbow drop. Patented offense from the best in the world, delivered perfectly to the phenomenal one.
Uh-oh, sweet dreams coming.
Boom! GTS.
AJ won't come back from that.
2, hangs on by a thread.
Never say die, never fade, but sustain. That's AJ's.
What's it going to take to end it? It might be this. Go to sleep.
It's all Punk's for the taking.
Here we go. Cover. 2. And Punk gets the big win over Styles.
Here is your winner, Punk!
You can't deny that both Punk and Styles gave their all in this match. Truly, we just witnessed a match for the ages.
And while AJ was just as phenomenal as he claims to be, CM Punk put...
An honest dream match for any era, and you made it happen. That's the power of Showcase. I've said it repeatedly that it's impossible for me to predict a hypothetical scenario with precision, but I have to believe that if I was here in 2019, I would have done anything to get to the front of the line to be Kurt Angle's final opponent at WrestleMania 35.
He has held every title imaginable. European champion, Intercontinental champion, 6-time world champion.
Not many people know this, but when I first joined the ECW brand in 2006, Kurt Angle was my goal. He'd found new life with the brand, leaning into the extreme side of things, mauling his opponents with a reinvigorated approach to the ground and pound offense. But those dreams would go unrealized with Kurt leaving WWE only about a month after my arrival. I could see it all in my head, though. Kurt comes out on Raw to announce that he'll be retiring at WrestleMania. With the crowd already shocked, Kurt goes to announce his opponent, only I wouldn't give him that chance. See, I really don't care who Kurt's chosen, because as I'd say to Kurt's face, I've chosen Kurt to be my opponent at WrestleMania 35. If Kurt wins, he gets to go out on top. But when I get the win, Kurt at least had the chance to go out on a shield against an opponent willing to push him to his limits. Kurt's retirement will happen one way or another, but it's up to you to decide who will be standing at the top of the winner's podium and who will have to settle for a silver medal when I collide with Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 35.
The man looking to end the career of Kurt Angle with a loss tonight, CM Punk.
The following is Kurt Angle's farewell match and is a submission match. From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk.
Punk has gladly accepted the opportunity to ruin Kurt's last night on the grandest stage of them all.
What better test for the best in the world than a man he idolizes? One of very few men to achieve the amateur wrestling Grand Slam, Kurt Angle.
You can tell Punk has been looking forward to this match. This chance to face Kurt Angle at WrestleMania.
Yeah, for years, CM Punk has dreamed of this moment. What a notch in Punk's belt a win here would be.
The only gold medalist in WWE history. The wrestling machine, Kurt Angle.
Competing in his final match after a 20-year Hall of Fame career, the only gold medalist in WWE history, Kurt Angle!
For the final time as an in-ring competitor, Kurt Angle makes his way to the ring. The WWE Universe showing the respect to this incredible athlete.
Kurt Angle performs at his highest level when the pressure is highest. Tonight, it couldn't get any higher.
Punk fully expects Kurt Angle to be a step quicker than he's been recently, a little more intense than the Kurt Angle of old.
It was CM Punk who threw a challenge at Kurt Angle. Said he wanted to give Kurt the chance to see if he could take down the best in the world in Angle's final match. And what a better place to do it than at WrestleMania.
Yeah, how could Kurt resist? Angle and Punk have never met in a ring before, but they are known all over the world as two of the best. Now, at last, we get to find out who really is superior inside those ropes.
Remember, this match came to be in quite a rude fashion. Angle is ready to choose his final opponent, and CM Punk stole that choice away from him. A classless act from someone who claims to have so much respect for the man.
Well, that's your perspective, Michael Cole. Many others would say that Punk is doing Kurt a favor.
It's a favor? Deciding a Hall of Famer's retirement match? That's a favor?
Listen, Cole.
And he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
Might have felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to counter out of the submission. Soaring! Crossbody from the top!
And that kind of attack is Punk's form of respect. This is how Punk shows love.
From above!
Brutal miscalculation.
CM Punk has been talking out of both sides of his mouth lately, praising Angle while also saying how much of a joy it would be to put him down. What kind of mind games are those?
It's a stroke of genius in my view, Cole. As much as you want to paint him as a hypocrite, Punk has been great at confusing Angle, disarming Kurt, allowing Kurt to bring his guard down, only for an opportunity to stab him in the heart.
Yeah, exactly, Wade. It's a hypocrite that you just described.
From the middle rope, breathtaking Hurricane Rana.
What's this? He's going back up again. Stalking from above.
Watch out! Whoa! Cross body!
Consecutive high-risk maneuvers, and the pace of this match has certainly picked up.
And again, stipulation for this match is a submission match. You can only win by tapping your opponent out.
And it was a very nice gesture from CM Punk to request this for the last match in the career of a submission specialist like Kurt Angle.
Come on, Corey. Nothing virtuous about that decision. All just part of Punk's mind games. Punk wants to play Angle's game and be able to say that he beat him at it.
No, it's a sign of sportsmanship. It's like an olive branch being extended. Punk's allowing this match to be like a home game of sorts for Kurt. Powerbomb position.
But shots to the head quickly put a stop to that. Risking it all here.
Cross body.
Threw caution to the wind, and it paid off big time. Oh, what an axe handle. I talked to Punk earlier today, and he said he fully expects Angle to be a step quicker than he's been recently. A little more intense, the Kurt Angle of old.
Fitting American sports analogy here for an American.
You're a doggy by Punk. He turns it
Into the Anaconda Vice. one could be over.
A couple of knees there. That'll get him out of it. Punk wasting no mo.
Oh, we know what's coming here. Ladies and gentlemen, go to sleep.
Rough sit.
About to be locked in. Here we go, guys.
And he locks in a perfectly applied sharp shooter.
You can tell that's locked in deep.
Every second for him is agonizing pain.
And he just decides to end the hold.
Wonder what he's thinking here.
Face first. Set up. On the Koji clutch locked in. This is a bad spot. And for some reason, he just broke his own submission hold.
Opponent lifted up. Jaw. Meet knee. Down with a GTS. Will that suck?
About to be locked in. Here we go, guys.
Oh my God, superhuman power.
Submission locked in, and there you have it. It's all over.
Here is your winner, CM Punk!
This was one to remember, and certainly a victory CM Punk will never forget. Forcing Kurt Angle to tap out to end his career with a loss here at the showcase of the Immortals.
A fitting end to an incredible career. Kurt leaves here a warrior who can hold his head high with pride. Angle gave so much to this industry, and we thank him for all he's done.